Hi. This camera is super buggy, and I need to get a new one. So sorry if the quality is bad, and sorry if basically this video sucks. But I just wanted to give you guys an introduction to who I am, and why I'm making this channel, and why I'm doing these videos. The reason why is because I've struggled my entire life with mental illness, and I would like to get better. And I'm not going to do this through medication, though I am going to be using medication. I currently am on something called Abilify. Very low amount of it, but I'm taking 2 milligrams of that. But what I am really doing is I'm working on ridding myself of basically my addictions. So last month, I didn't do any vlogs of this one, but last month I didn't drink for a month straight, and that is a new thing to me because I started drinking heavily when I was 13. Like, my dad was an alcoholic, and one day he just said, "Hey Keith, have I don't want to really say my name, I'm trying to do this anonymously." Said, "Hey, have this bottle of whiskey," or no, sorry, it was Jamaican rum. I'll still never drink Jamaican rum to this day. But yeah, 13 years old, I had a full 2.6 of Jamaican rum that he didn't want, and me and my friend sat in this trailer and just drank it. I'm rolling smoke with my left hand, so a little bit occupied right now doing that. And so yeah, we just sat and we drank that and got like sick drunk. Well, he was puking heavily, and yeah, basically that pretty much kicked off like a lifetime of abuse. But this is December, and this month is the No Fap Challenge. There's no masturbation. So yeah, who I am is I am a musician. I hone my abilities in cooking, art, painting, sewing, cooking. I love cooking. I already said that. Yeah, I really like to love, and I like to write. I love to read. I try to be helpful with other people. I work on basically my own health, and I feel like once I get all this stuff together, I will probably be a lot more healthy. Healthy, I mean, in this context, being physically fit, because I am definitely not physically fit. Like, if you just, you can see a double chin, a big old double chin, you can get real close. Look at that. Oh yeah. This camera is so buggy. I really hope they didn't cut off that whole thing, but I was getting into there. Anyway, since they started putting me through that as a child, I just went through this cycle of just lack of trust in pretty much community and friendship and anything like that, and I just completely struggled just to be healthy, be happy, be fulfilled. And I filled that void with things like television, pornography, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, friendship, sex. Music was a huge thing. I'm a musician. I play multiple instruments such as guitar, bass, drums. I sing, I work on synths, I produce music, all kinds of things. It's just been my passion. But music listening was a huge thing for me as a child, and growing up, teenagers, and journaling, and all kinds of things like that. But basically, the way that I ended up suffering so much was not because, it wasn't the things that happened to me, it was the effect that it had on me. Because I felt not only completely ill, but I believed that I was ill. And I had so many people of authority telling me I was ill, and I was in remedial classes, and I'm a fairly intelligent person, Um, I hate to say comparatively, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not a dumb person, and I was in remedial classes because I just did not like it, and so I dropped out in grade 9, and I moved out of my dad's house. I was being passed back and forth between my dad and my mom. They were kind of like, oh well, I don't want him now, and I don't want him now, because I just moved out, and I was renting my own place at 16 years old, and that was my first taste of like reality as a teenager, like cold hard reality. And I got a job right away. I got a fucking job working in a kitchen, waking up at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning actually, getting on a bus at 7 in the morning, being at work at 7:30 in the morning, working an 8-hour shift 5 days a week, and then being home on the weekend. 16 years old, paying my own rent, $400. And that was fine for about a month, but the people that I lived with were like young people who were party monsters basically, like it was a party thing, right? And I had never done hard drugs until that time. But I tried ecstasy for the first time, and God, that was not the last time. I developed a serious addiction to that drug specifically, and I feel like that had a serious effect on my ability to retain dopamine and any sort of happy balance in my body, because I was doing probably like I was high every single fucking day of my life for about 4 months on ecstasy, and I had lost my job at that point, and I wasn't making rent, and I was just living in a constant party. And ever since that whole ordeal, it's just been me growing up into an adult with serious mental disabilities because of all of that stuff. So I suffer from severe depression, severe anxiety, paranoia, not a schizophrenic paranoia, not delusions, but paranoia for sure. Attention deficit disorder for sure. Borderline personality disorder. I used to have epilepsy growing up, but it was a strange kind of epilepsy where my mind would just kind of like stop functioning for a little bit. It's really weird, but apparently I grew out of that. Asperger's, very, very, very mild Asperger's. That is, my life has just been learning how to cope with that, and I've always taken the easy route out. Food, drugs, sex, anything. I've always just taken the easy route. So I'm dedicating this channel to blogging about my health, because my goal for spring in about 4 months is to live in the forest off-grid. And I have the bus, I have everything I need. Well, not quite. I still need a generator, I still need deep cell batteries, solar panels, wood. I need a mill to build a hut. But this is all a process. What's most important right now is becoming mentally stable enough so that I can function without things like internet and drugs and distractions, just to be a human being again and live with the animals and the trees. And I have it all ready for me. I just need to take the step. And if that doesn't work, I'll just move to another city and start fresh. So there's a brief introduction to me and my channel and what I'm doing basically. So if you want to keep in touch and keep up with me and message me, I'll talk with you if you like. And I love chatting online, text messaging and all kinds of stuff like that. Subscribe to my channel, like me, like my videos. Do what you got to do, really. If you feel this whole thing, then come say hi. I'm not going anywhere. So cheers and much love.